All right, got a no cooling call here. House we've not been to before. So let's go find out what's going on. Indoor blower making noise. So, got me all crammed in here in the bushes. I don't think we're gonna get lucky and just have a capacitor problem here, but it sure would be nice. Boy, that's a big one. $1969. Great year for Camaros and a bunch of other old hot rods. So, tell you, we're gonna wind up needing a motor here. Nope, that's the way it's supposed to run. That motor's had it. All right, looks like they were nice enough to take that bush out of the way, or at least mostly out of the way. So that's still gonna be a little rough if I accidentally sat down right there, but let's put them a motor in this thing and get them back going. All right, so they got a nice little tool room here. Looks like a nice place right there in the floor. I can put the motor in and out. So the sticker says 1 and 3 and 15 and 17. So I turned off 1 and 3 and turned off 15 and 17. Both of them were 50s. So of course we're going to check it right quick with the meter before we do anything. We should be dead now. Alright, so I was also able to determine yesterday this breaker is bad. It will only let one leg through it. And I tried to fool with it. So first I'm going to make sure we're dead before I start taking stuff apart. Nope, that one's still hot. And that one's dead. So at least one of those in there is marked wrong. And it's the one with the bigger wire. Well, that doesn't really mean anything. You would think they would be next to each other. It says water heater. There's another 50 down there that says air conditioning. So there must be another unit on this house somewhere that unfortunately we've killed the power to. So let's just hurry up and make this repair. So these are the two that were still hot. And they're not now. I've learned in the past to go ahead and read from ground to each of these legs, just because you never know what can be happening to you here. Okay. We should not need our meter anymore. Now, when I got this breaker here that should be correct, snaps into that bracket. It's got that thing. Yep, that should be right. So there's a 60 and a 45 in there. 60 is the one that's bad. So let's get it out and get it apart. All right, so I got the wire off the top of it, and there's this little loop there that you pull up. And you pull that loop up, and it should pop off. Yep. And these are all colored, so it's pretty easy for all the yellows on one side and all the blacks on the others. Doesn't feel like there's anything wrong with it, but it has had a bad day. Not as easy to get all three of these in there as I'd like for it to be. Customer was kind of close with me there when I pulled this out, so I didn't get a chance to film any and tell you this is one of the best designs of a blower housing that I've ever seen. This ring right here, you'll see when we go back together, if they don't walk out again, but I try not to film in front of the customers too often, at least not much. But you just take these screws out of the housing and then this whole thing lifts out, wheel and all. So it's an awesome design. So I'm going to do some of that. She walked outside for a minute, but what I did was I took this jack of all sprays after I sanded it. So when I loosened the set screw, it did drop down a little bit. And it's not loose now, but it did drop down, which gave me the opportunity to sand around there and kind of clean it up. And now this, which I love this stuff right here. It doesn't stink, you know. It doesn't have any bad smell to it, and it really works well. So you should get some if you don't have it. I think Baker has it in a couple other places. Jack of all sprays. We might need to clean up this blower wheel a little bit while we have it out too. So let's see if we can get this off, and this will be a quick, easy deal. So it came right out. I just picked the wheel right up off of it. I don't have a tripod set up in here. Like I say, I try not to film too much in front of customers, but let's get the other motor and get this thing back together. So, like I was saying, the customer was out here when I took it apart, but this is a great blower design. Just take these screws out and the whole wheel and everything pops right out of there. So I've got it put back together in here, and we're going to slide this thing in there and throw a handful of screws in it and hook a few wires up. We're going to be in business. All right, I got it back in there. This is set up for counterclockwise, like the blades need to go. And got the wires secured. So I believe we're ready to fire it up. I've got the breakers on. And I just had this off. Because I was using the jumper wire here just to check this motor out yesterday. So she should fire right up. There she goes. All right. Looks like that motor. All right, let's put the covers on it and let these people get some air. Can't tell if that hub looks crooked or if I'm just seeing the set bolt. Looks like something's wobbling a little bit, but it's flowing out the hot air. It's back like it was. Let's go inside and make sure our output temperature is acceptable, and probably not going to check delta T right now. It would need to run 15-20 minutes, in my opinion, to acclimate the duct and so forth. It's been off for a couple days. So let's go to the next one. Thanks for watching.